Hello.
I'm sure you all must have experienced this on the top of the mountains, haven't you? You get to hear back your hello, hello. And that's the phenomenon of echo that we are going to learn today.
So let's understand this phenomenon today. When you shout out, you're able to hear at least two distinct sounds. One definitely is your own original sound, which is heard immediately, and the sound which is heard after reflection, just a little later. Yes, you're right. This phenomenon, which we're going to study today, is echo. How do we define echo? So it is the sound which is heard after reflection when the sound hits an obstacle, maybe a mountain or a huge wall. But this sound has to be heard after the original sound has ceased, after the original sound has been stopped. Then the other sound will be called as echo. Let's hear what does this man do. Do you hear the reflected sound after the original sound? He clapped. And did you hear the echo of the clap? Let's hear again. Well, I believe the reflected sound was not heard as a second distinct sound. It was heard along with the original sound. It was a prolonged clap, right? So if this original sound seems to be prolonged, you cannot distinguish between the reflected and the original sound, then it is not an echo. It is reverberation. So let's understand this reverberation phenomenon still better. If there's a speaker and a listener, definitely whatever the speaker speaks, there is one original sound heard, but along with this original sound, because they are inside a closed big hall, there are a lot of reflecting surfaces, the back wall, the ceiling, the front wall. So the sound hits these walls and comes to the listener, right? So if there are repeated reflections, there's so many reflections happening from every corner of the room, the sound gets prolonged. The same original sound sounds loud. You must have experienced this when you go to an empty room, a new flat, and you talk there, or you go to a huge tomb. Inside the tomb, whatever you say, it sounds louder. That's known as reverberation. Okay, there's a question for you. We just saw reverberations and echo. Both are reflections. Both are happening because of reflection phenomenon of sound waves. Then what are the conditions for the echo to be heard distinctly? Echo is heard after the original sound has ceased. So are there any special conditions for the echo to be heard? We'll see this very soon. Thank you.